I look through the window and I see the trees and the birds flying and the sun setting down, and sometimes I think that humans are undeserving of the beauty of the earth, which is just a tangent, something that I was thinking of. I'll continue with my Django project, and as a matter of fact, we are starting a new chapter, and this one is calling. I like purple as a color. This one is calling. Will be called sharing content. All right. And the first thing that we are going to do as a part of this sharing content chapter that we started. By the way, I'm following a great book called Django by example. If you want to do the same, support the authors of the book. So what we'll do, we will create an image bookmarking website. Image bookmarks. All right, let's start it. Okay. We have our social project, and I want to create a new app. It's going to be called Images. And let me open my Visual Studio Code. I need to find a better editor. Maybe I'll spend some time on researching what other alternatives they are. Because VS Code is getting bloated and ugly for some reason. What is this? Bum, 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 bum. Customize layout. I don't need this now. Let's go to settings py. Let's install a new file, a new app. It's gonna be called Images, because that's what the app is called. Apps, images, config. And like this, we have activated the image application in our project. Let us open the Images app. Let us go to model, and let us create a new model here. There's going to be class. It's going to be called image models model. What data will it have? What data will it have? It's going to have a user. Going to have a user. I need to import settings from Django conf import settings, right? It's gonna have the user. It's getting the user from the auth user model. I'm gonna create a couple of more properties here. I'm just gonna copy them. So we have the title, we have the slag, how do you call it? No idea. URL, image, description, and when it's created. And I'm just gonna add a new string method here, and I'm gonna return the title. So this is the model. Using this model, we are gonna store images that we will pluck from different sites. We have the user property, which is probably the most complex one. This specifically will indicate the user that saved the image. And if you see here, it's a foreign key field. It specifies a one-to-many relationship. A user can save multiple pictures, but every picture if it's posted by a single user. Again, we use cascade. We have the settings out user model. All the other properties seem relatively simple, but this one actually creates a foreign key relationship between a model and the built-in user model. And this refers here, this specific property refers to the currently active user model in our project, usually out.user. But if we are using a custom model with this property, we are just keeping it more flexible. This is the reverse name of the relationship. This is a cascade. Everything else seems relatively simple. But maybe we'll just go quickly over them. This is the title. We have the slug. We have the original URL of the image. We have the image file. We have the description. We have the created, which is the date and time that indicates when the object was created in the database. Using this property, the date time is automatically set when the object is created. What else? We need the save method. Self args. So if there is not a slug, we need to create it automatically. Self slug, slugify. Can I import it? No, I need to. There is no. I hate this. From Django utils import slugify self title, and then I'm calling the super method save. All right, so this this is a neat little custom save method override in a Django model. What it does is that it automatically creates the slug based on the title. And we do this so it gives us cleaner URLs and avoids duplicates or missing slugs. Now, let's say the user likes an image, user saves an image. So we need to add another field here. And this field will be users like. This field will be a new type of relationship that we haven't yet implemented. Models, many-to-many relationship. Many-to-many field, I apologize. And here we will have settings, user model, related name is gonna be images liked, blank is true. Once we define a many-to-many field, Django creates a new table, a joint table between the other two tables using the primary keys of both models. Next. Let us run the migration. Python manage py make. Why doesn't the tab work? Make my migrations inside our images pro. Cannot import name slugify. Slugify. Utils dot text import. Here it is. A small mistake. Now let's run the migrate command. And now the image model is synced to the database. So what do we need to do now? I need to register the image model in the administration site. Where's my terminal? I need to create a new one. Seems like I exited it mistakenly. I'm on the right track. I just need to run my environment here so I can work inside of that environment. Source my every time you close your terminal session, every time your environment gets deleted as well. So we need to rerun it every time. Okay, we have this. And what I need to do now is inside my admin.py file, inside of the images application, we need to register models import, not import image. I need to register our model here now. Admin register image class image admin model admin. So I'm gonna pull this from the model itself. Oh, what should I display? I need the title, I need the slug, I need the image, I need the created. What else? List filter. Here I'm gonna just use created. And now if I run the development server again using the Python, but I need to go into my social project, Python manage py, run server. If I open it again, if I open it again, I got an error because I don't have a path here. But if I go to admin and if I log in with my account here, please enter, go to, oh shit, I don't know what my password is. Oh, big boss. Do I know the password for big boss? Oh god. Please enter the, have I forgotten it? So let me do some hacking here. Not hacking. We can basically reset our password using the shell. If I run the shell and I need to import the user from Django contrib auth models import user object the get username. What's my username? The Duke dev. Do I have the user? I have the user. User set password test 1234. The best password there is user.save, and now exit. And now if I go back here, if I type in the why? Ah, I need to run the server. Oh, here you are, and the images are here as well, it seems. Good. So what is the book saying next? We have a new chapter. It's called Posting Content from Other Websites. So this new subchapter, it's called Posting Content. So what is the end goal of this feature here? Is to allow users to bookmark and save images from other sites, and the user will provide the URL of the image, a title and an optional description, and the application will download the image and create a new image object in the database. So for this, we need to create a new form for the images inside our images app here, and we need to add some code into it. So let's do forms.py. We need forms always. From Django, what? From Django import forms. The way this autocompletes is really broken, but I can fix it now. So what will this be? Image create form. I'm getting it from the model form. I also need to import the model form here, it seems. From models import image meta class. I'm getting the model from the image itself, but now we will add some extra fields, so remove some fields. What we need is the title, the URL, and the description. And we have the widgets, which is going to be the URL, forms, hidden inputs. Nice. Again, we are using the model forms, which means we are basically building it from a pre-existing model. What we only need is the title, URL, and the description. And the users won't enter the URL directly in the form. We will provide them with a tool to choose an image from an external site, and our form will receive its URL as a parameter. Cool. Before we continue, we need to talk about field cleaning. We need to make sure users are not entering junk or something unexpected before we save it to the database. So we have this little method called clean URL, which helps us with cleaning our fields, basically. Because we are building a full form to submit image URLs. We want to make sure only certain extensions are accepted. And Django allows us to do this with some custom validations that we can do and create. So in the same form class, I'm gonna add the clean URL method. URL self-cleaned data URL. So after the form has been submitted and initial validation passes, Django will put clean values in self-clean data property. So this line will grab the submitted URL for further validation. Valid extensions. Let's do only JPEGs for now. Extension. Now we will split. Wait. URL r split. Is this string is not defined? I mean, most probably if I had a string here, I could use r split directly on this property. But doesn't matter. We are splitting on the dot. I want the second part of the split, basically only the extension, and I want to put it in lowercase. But this is a good split because this one splits the string from the right split, and it will stop after only one split, basically meaning as soon as we export the extension, no need to do anything else. If extension not in valid extensions, we can raise an error. Validation error. The image extension is not supported / correct. I don't know, correct. Let's return the URL. Okay, good. Now we cleaned one of the field. We basically only cleaned the URL field. And we made a custom filter for the URL field to allow only JPEG images here. All right, folks. Now, we need to get fancy with our form. Now we are not only validating user input, we are gonna download the image from the URL and save it into a media folder automatically. So we will have our custom model form override the save logic. So what we need to do is, let me close all of this. Again, image create form. We need to override the save method here. So I'm gonna do def save. It takes self, force insert false, force update false commits true. All right, let us get the unsaved image instance. This still happens before we save. Image URL will be self-cleaned data. I'm picking the URL from it. Name will be Slugified. I need to import Slugify from Django utils text import Slugify. Image title. Let us get the extension as well. Same thing, we're splitting on the dot. Lower image name dot extension, and now we need to download the image from the web. Response is gonna be request URL open image URL image save. Why don't I have the request here? I need to import it from URL lib import request. I also need to import content file as well. Response read save false. If we commit image save and return image. So we grab the submitted URL, we turn the title into a Slugify name, we download the image using the request URL lib library, and we then stuff the image directly into the image field, and now it's saved into the media folder. The second thing we need to do is to create the view for this. So we need the login. Let's create the image create method, request. So what we will do here is that we will create a view that will handle both displaying the form, which is pre-filled via get, and also it will process it via post. And when we post, we grab the logged in user, we attach them to the image, and we save it. Super smooth. It should be super smooth. Login required. Yeah, let's copy all of this. I can't type this anymore. I will just copy it from the book. This goes here. I need to import the create form as well. From forms, import image create form. This needs to be indented. Messages, success, request, image added successfully. I need to also import the messages here as well. Here. And then we need to redirect it to the new created item detail view. Return. I need also to import redirect. I hate this. Render, redirect, new item get absolute URL. Oops. So now, but what happens if the form is not valid? Oh, I'll skip this, but I'll create an else block for building form with data provided via get form image create form data request get. But I think that's it. The next thing is just to return render request images image create HTML. section images form. Again, login required. We have a decorator here for the image create view to prevent access to unauthenticated users. Now, how does the whole view works? If the form is submitted, okay, we check whether it's valid. If it's valid, we create a new image instance, but we don't save the object yet because we prevent it by using commit false. And then we assign the new user. We assign the request user to the new item user, and then we save the new item. So we can know who uploaded each image, and we save the image object to the database. And then we just create a success message with the Django messaging framework, and we then just redirect the user to the URL of the new image. Let's open inside our images. We don't have a URLs file, so I'm gonna create one, urls.py. And let's add some code here as well. Like this. All right, we just create a new URL pattern for the create endpoint. We use the view that we just created. We also edit a global name. That's it. Now we need to also register this one in the global URLs pattern file. Is it here? Yeah, it is here. So this is the main URLs file, because now we need to include the patterns for the images application. So path images include images URLs namespace images. Next, we need a template inside images. I'm gonna create a new folder called templates. Inside templates, I'm gonna create a new folder called images. Inside images, I'm gonna create a new folder called image, not images, but image. And then inside this image, I'm gonna create a new file now, create.html. Let me close all the other files. And we need to add some code inside here. All right, let me just indent this. This won't work automatically. I've broken. Prettier. How can I change? Wait. How can I change the formatter in VS Code and make it format my Django HTML files properly? Let's see. Let's see what response do we get here. It's too much work. It's too much work. I need to install a pip package and I need to install like an extension. Then there's too much work. I'm not doing this. And here it says Prettier cannot correctly format Django template files out of the box, and it'll often break your templates. So I need to install something called DJHTML for formatting Django templates. No time. I'm gonna do this all by hand. Form goes indented. Everything else should be the same. And let's run the server again. There's an error. Image create form. We have an issue there. Forms. What does it say? Creating a model form without either the fields attribute. Fields and it works. We are here back. Can I log in? That 1, 2, 3, 4. I can. Thank you very much. And now. Here I need to go to images. Here I need to go to create. And I need to include in the URL the title and URL get parameters. So there's an example in the book. Let me see if it will work out of the box. It doesn't. It didn't work out of the box. Django and Duke description. Why? Where is the image? Is this even working? Create. Let's do this again. Wait. I think I need to run my app differently now. I need to run my app like this. But I also need to install upgrade certify. Will this work? And now if I run it, run server plus, I have an issue here. Why is this not working? Why are you not working? Run server plus. Did you mean run server? Let me take a quick glance at my settings. Do I have, where's my inside social? I want to look at settings.py. Extend. Do I need to install extensions? Most probably I need. Pip install Django extensions. And now if I add Django extensions, and if I run this again, Werkzeug is required to use run server plus. Please visit this page. So I need to install Werkzeug as well. Pip install Werkzeug. Now, Python OpenSSL library is required to use run server install via plus, install via pip. So I need to install another package, py OpenSSL. And after this, let me retry it. Thanks. Thank you, God. And now if I refresh this site can be reached. This site can be reached. This image is also not working. Why? Why? Images, create. Is this image even? This is the image I found in the book, but I have no idea whether it's still active. File not found. Wikimedia upload. Let me see. Upload. Let me pick any other image. Is there a random one? Can I see a random image? How do I see a random image here? Wikipedia random image. Picture of the day. Let me use this. So instead of this URL, which shows Django Reinhardt and Duke Ellington, I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna put the image of the birds, which doesn't work. Oh God. Is this? Is my app running? It should be running. Why are you not working? Let me copy this image again, just to make sure this works. Advanced, proceed. So it works. So now we have the form with an image preview. And I can add a description. And if I bookmark it, I got an error. And not only that, my traceback interpreter looks completely different, most probably due to Werkzeug. Where is this error originating? Image object is not callable. Views.py. By the way, when it comes to development, I don't consider myself an expert. I've been in the industry for 8 years, and you can't remember everything. And I think that was my biggest problem when I was learning how to code. Is I tried to remember everything. I tried to know everything, and most often than not, you won't do this. In the end, I think what you need to do is remember the concepts, remember how something works, and remember how you fix something. I think this is even more important than blindly remembering what to do. Remembering how to fix shit is definitely more important than anything else. That's my opinion, at least. Image object is not views py. Where are you, brother? Views py, line 16. What have I done here? Where did I make a mistake? Ah, I know. This is not a method. This is a property. I mistakenly call an image object as it was a function, which it's not, and that was incorrect. So now if I go back, if I say blah 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 blah, if I bookmark it, image object has no attribute get absolute URL. This is actually correct. I mean, it's not correct, it still breaks it, but it correctly implements all the logic that we did up until now. The issue that we are being faced with here is that the image model has no get absolute URL method. And we will add a get absolute URL method to the image model later. Let me just make sure if I reload this, admin, is this even working? Is it broken? Do I need to rerun it? Admin. Why? HTTPS. Now I need HTTP. If I go to images, I should see my image here. Yeah, great. So now we are going to try to implement a bookmark, which is a special kind of browser bookmark. Instead of linking to a web page, it runs JavaScript code on the page we are currently viewing. So on our website, we'll have a link that looks, I don't know, like a normal bookmark. But when the user drags that link to their bookmark bar, it saves the JavaScript code inside it, and the user clicks the bookmark. And the JavaScript stored inside it runs directly on that page. So the JavaScript can grab the page title, grab images, redirect, and do stuff like that. So let's start. Inside, let me close all of this. Inside images, templates, we are gonna create a new file, and we are gonna call it bookmarklet launcher.js, which will be the launcher script, and I'm gonna copy this JavaScript code into it. What For some reason I don't have the stylings here. JS, JavaScript. Now I have it. There are multiple formats for JavaScript files. What is this one doing? I think this one is better. The other one, Prettier, is also fallen off a cliff. Okay, but what this script does? It checks whether the bookmarklet has been loaded by checking if we have the my bookmarklet variable. If we have it, we won't load it again if the user clicks on it. If the bookmarklet is not defined, we load another JavaScript file by adding a script element to the document. So the script element will hold the bookmarklet.js script using a random number as a parameter to prevent loading the file from the browser's cache. And we need to add the bookmarkets launcher to the dashboard pages so that the users can copy it to their bookmarks. Let's go to account. Let's go to dashboard. Inside our account application. And here, under the dashboard, we are gonna add a piece of code. Okay, let me just go back to reality. Let me just wait for a moment here. Let me think about what each of these do. With total images created, and the total images created is a property that we get from request.user.imagesCreated count. I'm using the total images created variable to just import it here inside my paragraph. Not important. Drag the following button to your bookmarks toolbar to bookmark images from other website. Will this work? Account, dashboard. No, it's only account. You have bookmarked one image. Wait, the template is broken here. You have bookmarked one image. And now it's still broken, which means, it's broken because it's a multiple lines. Okay. You have bookmarked one image. Drag the following button to your bookmarks toolbar. How? Show bookmarks. Always. Bookmark it. So if I go to Wikipedia, random image, and if I enter here the picture of the day, if I click bookmark it, what's happening? Have I done anything? Bookmark it. What? This button is not doing anything. Bookmark it. Let me close all of this. Let me close this. Let's open. Let's go inside images. Let's create a new folder called static. Inside static, I'm going to create a new folder called JS. For JS, inside JS, I'm going to create bookmarklet.js. So let me open the bookmarklet.js in the book, and we need to add the following code. Okay. A lot of things here. So this is the main jQuery loader script. It will take care of using jQuery if it's already been loaded on the current website. If jQuery is not loaded, the script loads jQuery from CDN. And when jQuery is loaded, it executes the bookmarklet function. Where is the bookmarklet function? Is it here somewhere? Okay, so this is the bookmarklet code. That will contain our bookmarklet code. Okay, these are most probably the configuration files. We have the jQuery version, site URL, min width, min height. So basically what this does, it checks whether jQuery is loaded. If it is, we run bookmarklet. Otherwise, we check for conflicts, we create a script element, we add jQuery programmatically in our script element, we append it to the head. Create a way to wait while script is loading, So most probably it tries 15 times to load the bookmarklet method. So let me copy the code for the bookmarklet. Oops. What's happening here? What's happening here? So Google Wikipedia image of the day. Bookmarket. It still doesn't work. It still doesn't work. I have no idea what it's supposed to do. I have no idea what it's supposed to do. Ah, we are not done. We are not done here. Wait. Let's go here. Bookmarklet. Here we need to find images. And now let me rebuild everything. Let me remove this. Add this here. Wikipedia random image. Let's see, image of the day. And if I click bookmark, nothing happens. Why? Let's do all of this again. I'm going to account. I'm gonna remove this, and here I'm gonna move this back to. No, that doesn't work. Doesn't work. Is it working on Firefox maybe? Accept the risk. The Duke dev test 1, 2, 3, 4. Save. It looks like we haven't started Firefox in a while. I don't care about this, brother. I just want to bookmarks. Show bookmarks toolbar. Bookmarket. Save. Wikipedia. Image of the day. Bookmarket. It doesn't work. So it doesn't work. And it doesn't work because, let me take a look at it, because of this. And now if I click, I need to rebuild it again. I need to rebuild it again. I'm here. I'm pushing this up here. I'm gonna delete this. And now Wikipedia picture of the day. It doesn't work again. Why? Oh man, I hate this. I hate when we come across these issues and problems. And here's the working version of your bookmarklet. So I need to paste this directly inside dashboard HTML. So instead of all of this, let me jump on a new line here. So instead of all of this, I just paste my guy here. Will this work? No idea. Refresh. Maybe I need to log out. Maybe not. Let me see. Bookmark it. I'm gonna remove this. If I click here, no, it still doesn't work. Why? Why don't you work, brother? Bookmark. No, it doesn't work. I have no idea. I have no idea why this doesn't work. Wait. Let's see. Let's see what's happening here. So this still doesn't work. It doesn't. So what should happen here? When I click on the bookmarklet, it should run this logic right here. But it doesn't. Static.js, bookmarklet.js. Static.js, bookmarklet.js. Static.js, bookmarklet.js. Let me open bookmarklet in the browser just to make sure it's served correctly. So it works. Static.js, bookmarklet.js. Yeah, it works. All right. Let's fix this. What else is broken? Let's fix this as well. Let me also check if we have the CSS working. Yes, we do. So I have a cleaned up version here. Let's run this again. Move here. Still doesn't work. Google, no. Wikipedia picture of the day. No, still doesn't work. Why don't you work, brother? Console. Blocked by client. Why is it blocked by the client? All. Ah. But what if I open it like this? But why is it? Ah, it works. So it was. I got. So it was most probably broke. My ad blocker didn't allow it. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.